So working class people are raised in obedience culture, and this is a lot due to survival, safety, and also religion. But all of my research on the unwritten rules of work has shown that working class people hate compliance, which is like that you don't disagree, you don't express new ideas. Even if your boss asks you what you think, you don't tell them the truth. This is something I'm puzzling over as I write my book on it. I'm Dr. Anna Kalschmidt. I'm an industrial organizational psychologist, and I research the unwritten rules of work for people from working class backgrounds, neurodivergence, and intersections of race and gender. I'm interested in anybody's thoughts in the comments on this, especially if you've experienced social class mobility. First, I think there's a trust issue. In my workshops with leaders who want to be more class conscious, especially people who have blue collar workers and white collar workers, I was explaining to them techniques they could use to communicate to their blue collar workers that their culture isn't wrong and their culture, the white collar culture, isn't the only way, but acknowledging, helping them switch and code switch with customers when they need to, empowering them to notice when might your customer want a more blue collar culture approach and when might they want a more white collar culture approach. Because every single customer that comes into that building or on the phone or whatever the interaction is, even if they all want a white collar approach, you've at least built the trust with your employee that you're not saying something is wrong with you. You're saying, I realize that this is cultural and it might seem silly, but we do have to build this relationship with our customers because this is their culture. And that's different than being like, what is wrong with you? Why are you so unprofessional? So if you're inherently already telling somebody, even if you don't realize it, but through your actions that their culture is wrong, why would they obey you? Because anybody with self-esteem would be like, nah. First, we do know that neurodivergence, since they're less complicit with social norms, even when they're aware of them, they can not follow them if they think they're silly. Neurodivergents have a hard time following an authority figure who doesn't have expertise in that area because they think it's dumb and they don't feel the cultural pressure their neurotypicals do to follow it. That could be similar for working class people because since they've experienced a shift from working class culture to middle class culture, they may be less bought into the culture and they may be more like, this is a problem. Also, since obedience in working class culture is often about safety, especially on the job for like blue collar jobs, they could see the risks because white collar work does have safety related issues, but you don't always see them immediately. Think Boeing. How many times did Boeing ignore their whistleblowers? And that does have a safety impact. It's just not on the people in the office.